Are you exhausted carrying the mental load? Are you fed up carrying everything and not being able to explain why you feel so angry about the mug on the counter? Or maybe you're the partner who is genuinely confused about why she is so resentful when you feel like you do your share. You do the car insurance, you take out the rubbish, you don't understand why she's seething at you or blanking you. Both of those types of people end up in my therapy room, and I see it online all the time. I want to talk to both of you today to be able to bring you some understanding of what's happening and why this is going on. The mental load is one of the most common things that I see pulling couples apart. It starts quietly and pretty slowly until one day there is so much distance between you that neither of you quite know why it's there or how to stop it. Let's talk about what the mental load actually is. Because most people get this wrong. They think it's about all the tasks that you're doing, but it's not about the tasks. It's about the management of everything. It's the noticing, the anticipating what might happen. It's the planning for it. It's tracking. It's the constant background hum of keeping the whole family running. It's knowing that the kids' football kit needs washing before Saturday and the ballet bag needs to be have everything in it all clean and ready to go. It's knowing that your mother-in-law's birthday is coming up and somebody needs to sort the card, and knowing as a woman that somebody is probably going to be you. Researchers call this cognitive labor. It's unlike physical chores. It doesn't have a start and a finish. It just runs all the time in the background of your mind, a never-ending list that wakes you up at 3 in the morning, jolted, worried that you've forgotten something, that everything, all the balls you're juggling are suddenly going to, or the plates crash around you. And that's what she's carrying most of the time. And most often it's completely invisible and often unappreciated. Let's just talk about where the mental load starts. Here's what you need to understand. It didn't start with resentment. It started with so much love. In the early days of the relationship, as a woman, you probably took on more without really even noticing that you were doing it. Most women are socialized to notice, to be proactive, to think ahead, to really care for the relationship. So when you got together, you probably made the home feel warm and beautiful. You remembered important dates, and it probably felt wonderful to be so loving and caring and connected. What you didn't realize then is that you were probably overfunctioning. And what you both didn't realize is that a pattern was being set of how you work in your relationship. And then life gets bigger. You both have jobs, children, a house, more responsibility, parents that are getting old and ill that you have to take care of. And the pattern just keeps going. And the weight of what a woman is holding is expanding and getting heavier until the time comes that it wears away at the relationship. And I want to talk about this because the mental load doesn't just exhaust you as a woman, it changes the relationship because the resentment starts to build and you snap at something small. It might be a mug left on the counter or a sock on the floor. And then you feel ashamed of yourself because you think it's just a mug. What is wrong with me? Except it isn't just a mug. It's a mug on top of all the things that you are holding. You try to explain it and it doesn't land because he says, well, just tell me what you want me to do. or tell me what I need to do. I'll do anything. And while he means that kindly, that's kind of the whole problem in one sentence, because he is asking you to tell him now means that you have become, you're managing the management. You've become his supervisor as well as everything else. As some women describe it to me in therapy, that they feel like they're a married single parent. And the sad thing about this, that most is when most men recognize it, is that intimacy quietly dies. I'm going to say something that's probably going to make men feel a little bit uncomfortable here. I saw a woman on the tube station, and she said to her husband, I don't feel like being intimate with another child. And he was like, what? And she said, yeah, I've basically become your mother. I do your laundry, your cooking, your cleaning. I don't want to have intimate relations with a child. It's not a criticism of any man. It's just what happens when this dynamic becomes unequal. It becomes an ick inside of a woman to have to care for somebody like they're a child and then be close to them. So if a man isn't wanting that, then things need to change. This isn't your fault that this is happening. I want to speak directly to the guys here. And I want to do this without blame or shame, because blame doesn't help anybody. You probably feel like you do your share. You probably cook some nights, you handle things, you work, you provide, and you're probably trying at home. But here's what I see again and again. You don't genuinely see everything that she's carrying. You don't see how she's keeping everybody alive in the whole family by running everything. Not because you don't care. You genuinely care. You go out to work to provide every day. It's happening because you were never taught to look. Most men grew up with homes where a woman managed all the invisible cognitive labor. The fridge was stocked, the school stuff was handled, the appointments were made, and it just appeared like magic to happen. You absorb that that's how life works. And we internalize that model of what we grew up in. And what we never learned to see, we don't tend to notice as adults unless something makes us look. And we're not living in the 1950s anymore. So that dynamic can't exist where both men and women are working and doing everything. So here's what I ask couples to do. It's not a chore rota. I've seen couples make spreadsheets saying who's going to do what, and it doesn't hold often. What actually shifts things is ownership. It's him taking complete responsibility of entire domains of family life, not just the tasks within him, with her managing and telling him what to do, but the actual noticing, the planning, and the follow through and completion. Not, I'll book the dentist if you remind me, just tell me tomorrow. But all the kids' medical appointments are now on me. I will track when they are due. I will book them. I will tell the school. I will take them. We can go together, but I will let you know. You don't have to think about it. I will manage that and keep you engaged and informed as we go. These are genuinely different things. It's not a passive aggressive act. It's a deep commitment to show up in connection. One thing I ask men to do is to spend a week tracking everything their partner does that they've never noticed. Not to compete or just to witness. It's usually quietly an eye-opening exercise. Things happening every single day that they had no idea were happening. And then I asked women to fill in the gaps of what is there. And for the men to just really check in, how much are they taking on? And you can read the book Fair Play, where you can see just how much labor is happening invisibly that women are doing without any recognition. And then I ask women, when the resentment isn't so thick that she can barely speak through it, is to get specific about what she needs. Like, look at the things that feel so overwhelming that you could pass on. Not just, I need more help, but something concrete, something with clear guidance, exactly what it is of this is your domain completely. For instance, I hate doing the laundry, so I need you to gather it, empty the pockets, sort it, put it on, dry it, fold it, and put it away in the right places so that I don't have to think about the laundry and I can wake up and it's there because that's what she was doing it. And iron it if that's what she was doing. I personally don't iron. And then the hard part is to actually let him do it. Sometimes he may fail in it, and he can ask you, hey, I'm stuck here. What happens in this domain? Like, where do these clothes go so I know for the future? He wants to take that on without prompting, without tracking it, um, without taking it back. So for a woman, you want to not take it back if he doesn't do it properly or differently. It takes time and trust, and it's genuinely hard when the trust is worn thin. And I want you to look at, because often what will happen is this weaponized incompetence of, well, you just do it better, so you do it all. And what men have to do is shift into healthy relating, not this weaponized incompetence of you just do it, but more a deep connection of you matter to me. I'm not going to make you take it on because I feel entitled or superior, or I haven't done it before because I wasn't brought up like that. So you just have to be like my mother. If you're wanting a close, connected relationship, you have to drop that passive aggressive behavior of weaponized incompetence and take it on and go, we are equals in this relationship. And I want our relationship to be a place where love thrives. So here's what I see couples come back and tell me when things start to change. Frequently, it's not dramatic, like, oh my God, we've gone on a great holiday and there's great grand gestures. The love is in the small details, like hearing his key in the door and your shoulders don't go up. It's noticing that he's sorted the loo roll, and you discovered it went to the loo when you went to the loo, not because he told you or begged you for appreciation or he wanted to be rewarded for a simple task that you've always done invisibly. It's sitting on the sofa on a Saturday night, knackered, with the kids in bed, and there's nothing bad in the room. There isn't resentment or loneliness. You're just tired together, which is so different from being worlds apart and feeling a bitterness between you. That's what is possible when you both care enough to tackle the mental load together. And I want to be honest with you that it doesn't resolve quickly. Um, this isn't, you've been wired like this, both of you in different ways from childhood. So to expect reading this blog to magically change everything, I wish I had, I wish my magic wand, let me just get it out. I wish my magic wand would just go ka-ching and I could get you to shift overnight magically. Sadly, it's not like that. Um, he has to keep doing the thinking. He has to share the mental load, not just to agree that he should. You have to actually let yourself trust when he does. And they're going to be setbacks and they're going to be weeks when old patterns resurface, and you have to find your way back with genuine connection. But it does change. I've seen it. I've seen it change for couples who were stuck, worn down, and not sure there was anything left between them. If you want support, whether you're the person who's been carrying the weight of it all, or the one who's been confused and doesn't understand why she's bitter and resentful, and you're beginning to realize she's been carrying this, but I don't know what to do to lighten her load. I work with couples in two ways. I do 3-day intensives that accelerate your transformation so that you can see results in a few days rather than months or years. And I also do couple sessions for folk who prefer. I do 2-hour couple sessions on a weekly basis, and then spanning the time out as you begin to carry that load and you don't need me. You can find out more. You'll see the link below, zariyalufu.com/RLT. I really hope that you check out the mental load and see what your partner is carrying, and you reach out to her with care if you're watching this as a man, and as a woman, if you are watching this. I want you to find your voice. You both matter. You both deserve to be seen and valued and appreciated, and live a life as a model of love for your kids, so your kids grow up knowing what a healthy love looks like. I'm sending you so much goodness. Love to you. And reach out if you'd like support.